Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another interesting review and another Oberpfälzisches Märzen. This one is from Brauerei Hösl, located in the town Mitterteich in Oberpfalz, so it's the northeastern part of Bavaria, and it comes in this so-called Euro bottle shape, as it's called in Germany, the thick bottle shape. And it's a quite large brew comparing to many other ones in the Oberpfalz region. Actually, it has been known for me while I've been doing my research about the Bavarian brewers as a brewery that has been catching up and taking over some smaller breweries that had to close down for not having any economical benefits anymore. So support to this brewery for doing that, continuing like buying the recipes and continue to brew the smaller breweries beers and selling them so you can enjoy those too. That's something that I like, called Långebraut or contract brewing. But let's take a closer look at this bottle. Here you can see the back label to begin with. Of course, I'm going to read through the information from that later on in the review for you. Here you see the top cap, aus Tradition Privat, and the top label and the main label. And here you can see the logo of Hösl and the label, and it's the Märzen Special Märzen that I did choose from this brewery, which is a quite interesting and well-known German beer style, of course. So that makes sense. Also, it's because I like the label of this one. Really gives a great impression to comparing to many other labels from this brewery. This did catch my interest. Braukultur aus dem Stiftland Hösl, Privatbrauerei Hösl, Mitterteich, Oberpfalz, founded 1516. Okay, founded the same year as the Reinheitsgebot, apparently, but let's find out more about that later on. Märzen Altbayerische Brauart Spezial. Yeah, here is the label, but that's about it for now. Let's start with open up the bottle of Hösl Märzen from Mitterteich in Oberpfalz. And the pour top, of course, into the for the beer style well-fitting glass. Always important to use the right type of glass for the beer style, and in this case, the Märzen really fits nice into this type of glass, or krug, in my opinion. Always important that you create quite much foam, as you can see. In this case, it unleashes the right taste from the ingredients to create much foam, and also it looks good, and it keeps the right taste in the glass if you build up a foam head. Like in this case, we have I would say 3-finger thick white foam crown rising up above the edge of the glass, looking just the way it should be on a Märzen. Here you can see the foam closer and a nice looking golden color of it, which makes it a very, very great looking Märzen, in my opinion. Märzen is, as you might know, almost like an export. I would say there are, of course, very traditional or historically interesting things about the beer style Märzen, but basically it tastes, in my opinion, quite much like an export, which is of course tasting more rich and strong comparing to a normal Helles lager. Let's get the aroma. Yeah, really rich, of course. You feel that it's a Märzen. Of course, Bavarian Märzen, really traditional and nice. So let's pour up the rest, if we can. Yeah, I think we can. Like that. With the foam head above the edge of the glass, just the way it should be, of course. That's what I like, when the foam head is rising up like this. So let's give it a try. The Hösl Märzen Post. Yeah, I can see already that it's easy to feel that it's a Märzen and not a Helles lager, because it's got the more rich taste, I would say, as I want from a Bavarian Märzen, and it is really tasting well and rich in many ways.
So a big recommendation to this special Märzen. I really hope that you can find it and judge for yourselves, and I really hope that you're going to visit the brewery's website also as well and judge for yourselves, because it's a real nice website. So, reading from the label, as I said, anno 1516, Hösl, Privatbrauerei Hösl, Mitterteich, Oberpfalz, Braukultur, aus dem Stiftland, Spezial Märzen, altbayerische Brauart. Ein Backlabel that says Märzen. Früher wurde im März das Bier stärker eingebraut, es über den Sommer hinaus lagerfähig zu machen. So entstand das Märzen, ein kräftiges Vollbier, weich und süffig mit würzig vollmundigem Geschmack. Ein angenehm mildes Hopfenaroma macht jeden Schluck zum Genuss. Gebraut nach dem bayerischen Reinheitsgebot. Zutaten: Brauwasser, Gerstenmalz, Hopfen. Privatbrauerei Hösl, 95666 Mitterteich. Alcohol content for 5.6% volume. Okay, yeah, that's the information from the bottle. Over to the books about Bavarian breweries that you know that I'm having if you've been following my channel since before. I have, for example, this book right here by Markus Rauposch, really great book about all breweries in Bavaria. And here you can see Hösl-Bräu, where it's located in Oberpfalz. And the information that is Mitterteich, Oberpfalz, recommendation Weißbier Reisi with 5.3% volume, Hösl and Company Brauhaus, Hösl-Bräu DE, founded 1906, Michael Hösl, Jens Schinkel, and Hösl, Bahnhofstraße 195666 in Mitterteich, Brauerei Gasthof Hösl. Okay, that's the information from that book. Now over to the website and some information first about this special Märzen. Strong Vollbier, malty with a slight hop bitterness which develop from the summer beer. The term March Märzen goes back to the name of the month. In March, a stronger beer was brewed earlier, which could be stored longer. Märzen is a soft, tasty beer with full-bodied taste. And some information from about the brewery. True love was the beginning of a great vision more than 100 years ago. Our history and that of our region is firmly rooted in one another, and we have kept it to this day. The love for our homeland and the love for the people who live here. That is why we are particularly committed to regional projects. We put our strength into what we do. Fate has never prevented us from looking ahead, like the Great Fire in 1957. We keep brewing. We proudly carry our tradition into the future. You can rely on Hösl, because we are one of the few private breweries that have been producing their beers for several generations. We are not just producers and supplier to the region, but so much more. We are neighbors and hosts, cultivating customer and business relationships like real friendships. Namely, with tolerance, honesty and fairness, we want to bring joy to our fellow humans beings with enthusiasm and reliability, so that we can continue our story with many friends, embark on a journey to discover through the beautiful Upper Palatinate magnificent landscapes with over 1,000 lakes and ponds, biodiversity and cultural treasures characterize our homeland. And all of this is Hösl. We are passionate about our region and we stand up for it. Take in the beauty and taste of our nature, and your heart will beat for our region, promised. In the last 40 years, over 20 young men have been able to learn the profession of brewer and maltster with us. In the end of everyone could brew their own beer here. 2014, the chamber winner of the Lower Bavaria Upper Palatinate Chamber of Crafts completed the apprenticeship with us. We are proud of that. Hösl produces flawless products with best raw materials, without artificial coloring and without additives. Our customers can rely on that. We are not just a producer and supplier to the region, but so much more. We are neighbors and hosts, cultivating customer and business relationship like real friendship, and so on. Really much information and really great brewery. So I think that's it for now regarding Hösl Mitterteich. Hope like reviews and see you again in next Bavarian beer review.